Welcome to another Todd's
2-Minute Tech Tip Tuesday.
Brought to you by the National RV Training Academy, the largest hands-on RV training academy in America. Hey, before we get to the video, which I know this is the reason why you're here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. That way you don't miss anything. Hit the subscribe button now. Thank you. Now, back to our Tech Tip Tuesday. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and answer some more questions here on Tech Tip Tuesday. All right, so here's one. This is on batteries. Here we go. Question. I'm in the process of buying a new travel trailer that has a 200-watt solar panel, an 1800-watt inverter. The unit comes with one lead-acid battery. It has a dual battery box. In other words, he has a place for two batteries. They only gave him one. Should I have two batteries or one? And what type of battery should I get? Well, I'm glad you asked. All right. Now, I will always say, if you already have a brand new battery, you want to get one like kind. So if this is a brand new RV and you came equipped with one battery, chances are, your outlay, in other words, the cost cheapest for you to buy a battery just like that. Okay? And just like that, you can get that started. To answer what type of battery, okay? Now, of course, I produce lithium batteries. I actually create those here. I don't create them. I put them together here in the great country of Texas, and get those out to you. Am I going to say that for everybody? No, it all depends on what you want to do with the RV. Since you're new to RVing, what you have to ask yourself is are you going to start off, say, the first year or two where you're just going to campsites where there's a place that you can plug in shore power? If so, then stick with the lead-acid battery. Add a second one, up to you. Again, it all depends on how often you're plugged into shore power. Because, of course, when you're plugged into shore power, your converter takes over. Okay? Solar panel will help charging while you're going down the road, keep that battery kind of topped off, but that's pretty much its limit, one solar panel. So it's a difficult question for me to answer in all cases, but since you're brand new, you don't need to throw away money, switch out to lithium if you're always going to be connected to a campsite. You don't get the benefit of it. Now, if you're looking at going, off-grid, or let's say you're going to BLM land, Bureau of Land Management, you want to do some harvest host, you want to do some any type of off-gridding where you can actually see nature, this is where we probably want to switch over to a lithium battery, okay? Get a more even discharge, get a higher voltage discharge, and you get to use 90-some-odd% of it. So thank you for the question, but I would say starting off, just stick with what you have, and only if you need it. Now, the only time to actually add that second lead-acid battery is right now, before you use it, right? Because you need to get them at the same time. So you got a quick decision to make to add the second lead-acid battery, or simply hold off if your lifestyle is such that, hey, the first year or two, we're just going to RV parks. Don't even buy the second lead-acid battery. You'll be plugged into shore power. There's one. Here we go. Hey, look here. I got another question for Todd's Tech Tip Tuesdays. This is one. Here we go. Is it okay to use a 50-amp 240 NEMA 14 through 50, 14-50 plug? Okay. Now, this is like an EV plug that you use at home to plug in your 50-amp RV into. In other words, can I use that same plug? It's a 50-amp NEMA 240-volt plug, right? As I understand, those 1450s always have two hots, one neutral, one ground. Well, the RV only pull off of one 120-volt. All right, so here we go. I can tell you this. Owning an RV park, my parents own an RV park, we see tons of EVs getting plugged directly into the pedestal, both on the 50-amp side and the 30-amp side. So really, on that NEMA plug, as long as the orientation of your plugs are absolutely the same, and you can confirm that there's a neutral, because 240 doesn't always exist with a neutral. So you want to make sure of that. And if there is a neutral, a ground, and two separate hots, yes, you can plug your RV into it. One caveat, you did say, well, I have a 30-amp RV. So here's where you have to use that dog bone. So you have to have a 50-amp down to a 30-amp. And what will happen within that dog bone, we just simply abandon leg 2. So you only get one leg up to 50 amps from that breaker. But remember, you got a breaker inside your RV that's going to limit it to around 30. You'll have one hot leg, one neutral, one ground. Yes, it'll work. So, there's a lot of people out there who are looking at getting EVs, but they're waiting for there to be a supply area. Here's a little hint. RV parks are places you gotta charge your EV. So if I could charge an EV at an RV park, guess what I could do with my RV? I could plug it into an EV station. So what I'd like to start seeing out there is where you go to the mall or something like that, and they've got these special parkings for just EVs. If you got a camper, guess what you could do? You can plug right into it. Hey, I'm just charging up everything in my RV right now, so don't mind me. UEVs just wait till I'm done. And since that's actually your home, you could sit there for a couple days, right? Free electricity. Someone's paying for it, but just not you. There you go. There's your tech tip. All right, before you get to the bloopers, which is why you're here in the first place, the RV industry needs thousands of RV technicians and inspectors, and now is the perfect time to do that. If you want to make more money or have more control over your time, go ahead and click the link below. Or if you just want to learn how to fix your own RV, got something for you there. Head over to rvtechcourse.com and get started today. Now for the reason that you're at the end of the video, roll the bloopers. Gritty's GG. Gritty's GG. Maybe it's Gritty's GG. I get, that's it. All right, 2 D's and Gritty's. Bam. All right. Good enough. We'll see if I get any comments on that. But there we go.